Tesla Model S is a very complete luxury performance EV, but to create something very special, its American manufacturer has added more power to create this top Plaid version, a Model S that has gained extra speed without really sacrificing anything. It has 1,020 horsepower, goes 200 miles an hour, gets to 60 miles an hour in under 2 seconds, and costs a fraction over £100,000. Best electric car yet? Possibly. The fastest? For now, certainly.
If, like Elon Musk, you're the kind of person for whom too much is never enough, then only the top tri-motor Plaid version we're trying here will do. An extra motor added onto the rear axle boosts total power output to an astonishing 1,020 horsepower with a scarcely believable 1,420 Newton meters of torque on tap. And as a result, Tesla claims a 0 to 60 mile an hour time of just 1.99 seconds, which, should you be able to replicate it, would make this the world's fastest accelerating production car. Ride quality in this updated design is very much better, even on this test car's big 21-inch wheels. A crucial improvement because, for all its speed, this is a luxury conveyance first and foremost. To achieve this, Tesla standardized air springs and completely redesigned the suspension, changing it from a 4-link to a more sophisticated 5-link setup. Not so sophisticated is the steering setup. The optional provision of a yoke rather than the conventional wheel we're trying here suggests a sophisticated drive-by-wire system, but that's absent, as is much sense of feel from the rack through the corners, no matter which of its 3 provided settings you select. Also strangely unsophisticated is the braking setup, which can't combine friction and regen braking, and the energy harvesting system, which can't be varied in strength like it can be with rivals. There's just a single one-pedal option. The completely redesigned drive battery is much better though, being not only big at 100 kWh, but also now offering triple the amount of thermal capacity, so can deliver 15% more energy for sustained performance during spirited driving. It offers longer range too, up to 394 miles for the dual motor derivative and 373 miles for this Plaid version. It requires 15.25 hours for full replenishment from a 7.4 kilowatt wall box, or 30 minutes for a 10 to 80% charge from a DC public rapid charger. Very little differentiates the look of this top Plaid variant from a standard Model S dual motor derivative, which means it shares all the changes recently made to update this long-running design. Plaid identifiers include a bespoke lower front splitter, while at the rear there's a revised rear diffuser and a subtle spoiler on the boot lid. There are big 21-inch wheels too, though you can add rims of that size to the dual motor version, but on the Plaid they come with red brake calipers. There aren't really any Plaid identifying changes within this Model S's completely updated interior, which unfortunately seats you on the wrong side of the cabin thanks to this car's newfound left-hand drive only production format. There's the option of fitting the weirdest steering wheel we've ever seen, a yoke-style tiller cut in half like the tiller from a spaceship, though the conventional wheel that we're trying here is available as an option. This 17-inch landscape format central screen was introduced as part of the most recent set of Model S updates. One change we'd expected that hasn't happened is that there's still a separate instrument screen ahead of you. On smaller Teslas, drive instruments are confined to the near side of the central monitor. In true Tesla fashion, it's very minimalistic in here, even more so now that the brand has done away with the column stalks previously provided for indicating and gear changes. Instead, the Model S guesses your intended direction of travel and requires you to confirm its prediction by tapping the brake pedal, or you can just use a provided slider on the side of the center screen. As for the wipers and indicators, well, they're now controlled with capacitive buttons on the steering tiller. The car uses its cameras and a steering angle sensor to know when to cancel the indicators, which seems a very complicated way of fixing something that didn't really need to be fixed. In the rear, the standards of head and legroom on offer are unremarkable for a car in this class, but what is impressive is this car's ability to comfortably look after 3 fully sized adults. Headroom's good, even for 6-footers, but the rear seat squab is set quite low in relation to the floor, which doesn't deliver an ideal seating position. There's no third row seating option as there used to be on a Model S, but you do get this glorious large panoramic glass roof as standard. Out back, you get a simply huge 793 litre boot, extendable to 1,645 litres with the inflexibly orientated 60-40 split rear bench flattened. There's also an 89 litre frunk for the charging leads under the bonnet. Tesla's aim with this Model S Plaid was to create the world's fastest accelerating production vehicle. And at the time of filming, this brand still just about held on to that title with this car. What we can say is that if you're to even approach the level of performance that's on offer here, you'll need to spend vastly more, which may be compensation for the disappointing realization for UK customers that there's no right-hand drive version. Now, you could argue that this top Plaid variant answers a question that few were asking when it first arrived, but you could also say that of the Model S itself, a car that's gone on to be an industry game changer. In this form, it's a fully fledged super saloon with the ability to carry the whole family at uber rapid journey speeds, even when a light dusting of snow falls. Add in the 373-mile range and you're left with what might just still be the most desirable electric super saloon to date.